And Kavanagh, you are Chief Investment Officer and a member of the board at Patrizia. Thank you very much for joining us on BiTV.
Thank you very much for having me.
First off, how has the pandemic changed Patrizia's perspective on real estate assets?
Yeah, I think, look, we're a global investment manager in real assets with 45 billion of AUM. We remain positive and optimistic about real assets. During the crisis, our portfolios have generally performed well, and we've continued to deliver cash flows to our investors. Although, along with everybody else in the industry, we've also experienced some tough challenges. But I think COVID-19 will change the investment cycle from late to new, and lower for longer means more appetite for real assets. So fixed income looks to be a dying asset class, and investors need yield, and real estate can provide that yield. So I think fundamentally the requirement for real estate from occupiers has not disappeared. It's just changing massively. I mean, we see that COVID-19, it will be a recession trigger, it's a trend accelerator, and it's a paradigm shifter. And I think that all of those things will bring huge changes, but they'll also bring opportunities for investors. Opportunities to secure robust income, and also for those investors that want to move up the risk curve, there'll also be attractive risk-adjusted returns available in the real asset sector. So overall, we remain positive. There will be challenges, but we are likely to continue to invest and to remain active in the markets.
And you are talking about changes because of the pandemic on the market. Talking about changes, has your interest in certain asset classes or markets maybe changed positively or negatively in the recent months?
Yeah, I guess what I would say is, I mean, during the pandemic, we've obviously been running our house view on our investment strategies. And what I would say, as I said earlier, I think what we see is that the COVID-19 has been a major accelerator of trends that we were already seeing in the market. But I think as part of our strategy going forward, we see three sectors emerging really strongly. The living sector, especially senior living. We see that sector being a very credible fixed income substitute. The logistics sector, we see much more interest on the back of the shifts in e-commerce and the retail sector. And food-anchored retail in our portfolios has been extremely resilient during the crisis. And we see attractions for that sector to continue. Provides very strong income. I think in the office space, we see long lease office space in strong locations will continue to attract strong interest. But I think that, there's a lot of debate in the market about the future of the office sector and future of home working, mobile working, and how that will impact on the office sector. So I think in the short term, we see that in, less central locations, that the office sector, there may be more caution, but we don't believe that the office sector is dead. And I think that, some of the other sectors will be more opportunity driven. I think that we may see some pricing corrections that, or overzealous price corrections, which could bring opportunities. And I think that, we'll continue to raise capital for core funds, such as our living cities and pan-European, and also for more opportunistic situations, which we anticipate in 2021. I think one of the other major changes is ESG considerations. Investment opportunities will arise from the ESG agenda, and particularly green buildings, climate change, as investors and governments, will both commit to building a more sustainable recovery. And I think that will be an important trend in the market.
Okay, because you bring up evolution on prices. Given the current uncertainty in terms of prices and yields, how does an investor like you apprehend the value of an asset to be sold or to be acquired?
Yeah, look, I think we focus on 4 key aspects. So firstly, our house view, which forms our investment convictions. And that's driven by our research team working in collaboration across the business, analysing both macro and micro trends. I think secondly, we benefit from strong local offices. We've got experienced colleagues in 24 offices around the world, 19 of those offices in Europe. And this gives us deep knowledge of the local markets and helps us to make the right investment choices for our clients. I think also our existing portfolio and experiences helps us to really understand the occupier requirements and trends. And last but not least, we've got a powerful data intelligence tools that we use in combination, allowing us to read the market and to support us in making considered decisions. We've developed a suite of data-driven tools over the last few years, where we're using machine learning processes to speed up a lot of our analytics. And that's really helping us in terms of the market dynamics, in terms of rents and pricing, amenities and the value of those amenities in submarkets. And it really helps us on the micro asset positioning. And so I think it's a combination of all of those factors. It's in any changing market, it also offers opportunity, and the challenge and the opportunity is in pricing and getting your pricing correct. And it's experience and knowledge and a lot of analytics.
Well, thank you for this insight, and thank you all for following us. See you soon on BiTV.